What's up guys, it's Grant, and today we're going to be looking at sport karate memes. So basically I found this page that posts different sport karate memes, and I followed one on Facebook a little while ago. I might get to that one, depends on how many I get through in this and stuff, but there's some pretty funny ones that if you do sport karate, or if you've just been to tournaments in different sports and stuff, you'll probably be able to relate to it, but I'm hoping there's some funny ones today that are pretty relatable for most of you guys. So this one's pretty funny. So it says, when you lose all your divisions for the day, but your student sweeps theirs, and then not bad kid. I've had this happen a couple times before, whether I've dropped in a division or whatever, but then one of the students or one of the people I train with does well, and it makes the loss or makes the, disqualification if you drop not as bad. So this one's pretty funny. When you miss one tournament, go down 5 spots in the seed, say psych right now. This one's funny because some circuits and stuff, some tournaments are weighed higher than others. So, if you miss one tournament that's weighed high, then you could drop down 5 spots in the seed. So I've had that happen a couple times to me before. It's not super fun. Watching your favorite competitor in the night show be I can relate to this a lot. I've had this happen a couple times with, specific people. And one thing in specific is I can never watch my brother compete. It feels, and even some students too. I've told some parents that when I go to watch their students or whatever, who I train with and stuff, I always say that I probably am more nervous than they are going to do their kata or whatever, just because, I care so much about how they do. So that's pretty funny. Notice his mats are exactly 6x6, perfectly balanced as all things should be. So when I used to compete when I was younger, the mats were 5x5 and stuff. I don't know if it was just because I was younger and the smaller divisions had 5x5. So basically, if you don't know what that means, it's the literal squares of the actual mat, the padding you perform on is either 5x5 or 6x6. So when it's 6x6, it's obviously a lot better because you have more room. So I enjoy the 6x6. When you did a kata 50 times over, but your instructor says start over, please say psych. This has happened so many times you don't even understand, the amount of repetition of katas before and stuff, and even now, having to do it after doing a bunch in a row, it really isn't the most fun thing ever. So when you ask your instructor if you did the form right, but you left out an entire section, well, yes, but actually no. This happened to me once. It wasn't a traditional form or anything. It was my, I think it was freestyle forms at the time or something like that, and I completely forgot it. I went 5 moves into the kata and completely forgot what I was doing, so I kind of just, winged it and started doing some random stuff, and the kata ended up being 25 seconds, 30 seconds or whatever, and I walked out of the ring and I was I have no idea what I just did. But I'm sure this happens to people with traditional forms and stuff too. So, well, yes, but actually no. YouTube, sport martial arts videos, sleep deprived of me at 3 a.m. This is me with YouTube in general, actually. Once you get down that track of watching videos, and then you keep getting ones that are recommended and stuff that you start to watch, and obviously, especially with karate videos and stuff, it can take you a long time to end up getting off of that and then actually going to sleep. When you drop your weapon during grands. It's gotta be one of the worst feelings ever. I can't recall a time I've actually dropped in grands. It's probably happened before, but I remember most of the time it's just dropping in my regular division or whatever, because usually I'm just having an on day or an off day, but I've probably done this before, and obviously even just dropping your bow, or even weapon in general, it's a pretty bad feeling, so. This one's funny. What is martial arts? A coping mechanism. B, a means of self-defense. C, a hobby. D, a sport. It could be all of them. Coping mechanism is pretty funny, but yeah, E, all of the above. I agree with this comment here. This one's good. Account balance, $185.50. Registration fee, $185.06. Confirm purchase.
That was easy.
Oh my god, waking up at 6 a.m. on Saturday for trad divisions. Oh my god. Okay, this is super relatable, honestly, because a lot of times, for example, for this, trad divisions, sometimes you have to get up earlier, because a lot of times, especially, some of the tournaments I go to, usually the traditional divisions, or at least the traditional forms division comes first, and so obviously usually that means it's right in the morning, but it's not great, I usually train at night and stuff, so having to get up and, go in early and do a kata, it's not great. Usually the katas that I do aren't great when they're bright and early in the morning, and you just don't feel too good going in, so it's never fun. This one's funny. When someone brings up an old school competitor, I see you're a man of culture as well. So I've heard a lot of stories about, you know, like old school competitors and stuff, and I've enjoyed like looking up videos and watching stuff from like a while ago in sport karate. So when I hear a name that, you know, I've watched in a video, it's it's pretty cool, I guess, to, you know, have somebody else who understands what you've watched, or, you know, understands the time, I guess, in sport karate. We got affordable plane tickets down here. NASCA competitors. That's funny. This one's true. So me looking at a white gi, and then when you put on your black gi, I've always liked the black ones better than the white ones. I know like white is the traditional and stuff, but I like wearing all black just because, you know, I'm literally wearing all black right now. So, you know, it's like a change in personality when you put on the black gi. This one, you okay? No, I want to go to a tournament. This is true. Everything's getting pushed back and stuff. Like, I was technically supposed to go to one for my first one actually in 2 years, in less than a month now. So, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. When it's career day and your dad shows up in his gi. When someone's belt is tied sloppy, you've forfeited your life privileges. Gotta make sure you tie your belt right. I actually had it once where I didn't even notice. It was at, I think it was the last time I went to the provincial qualifier, and I didn't even notice that my belt, it was like, I guess tied right, but one end that comes down was like longer than the other or whatever. So one of the judges came up to me afterwards and told me, he was like, you gotta make sure that that's right. And I didn't even notice it was like that. I usually like to make sure it's the same length and all that stuff, but I don't know, maybe I was in a rush or I just wasn't thinking about it, so that kind of sucked. This one's good. When you win grands at a local event, $83, still a lot of money. Because obviously some of the smaller tournaments have less like prize money or whatever, so. Me winning first place at a tournament, me during grands. This happened a lot, especially when I was younger. You'd win first place, but you were at like such a young age that you just go up to grands and the older people would just blow you out of the water. Sensei asking me a question, thinking I'm not paying attention. Me, call an ambulance. Actually knowing the answer, but not for me. My breath, sidekick. My brother actually hit me with one of these when I was younger, and I remember being on the ground for a solid like minute and a half trying to catch my breath. Tournament runs on time, me. 100%. You gotta love when it runs on time. You can go out and eat and do stuff after and have the rest of your day, but if it runs like the full day, then you really have nothing left in the day. I usually just go home and sleep, so. Getting your uniform out of the closet on tournament morning. It's like getting the Batman suit. I would get this feeling for like when I had like the Team Canada uniform, like putting it on before a tournament, but for like regular uniforms, I don't really get that, but I can understand where this is coming from for the national team uniforms. So promoter, so what are you gonna do with your $500 for grands? It's got some kind of like rocket-powered shopping cart. When the 160-pound kid gets asked for his birth certificate before the sparring division, I am 12. When you haven't competed in years but still win first place, I'm still worthy. I'm hoping this is the case for me. It's gonna be at least like 800, 900 days until, from when I last competed till competing whenever the tournament is, because it's getting delayed. So hopefully, fingers crossed. That's gonna be it for the video though, guys. If you want to see more of these, let me know. I know it's not really something I usually upload, but I thought it would be fun to do this. So let me know if you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.